United's approach to dealing with Odegaard was impressive in my opinion. Now, we all know that Arsenal like to overload the right with Saka on the touchline and Odegaard in the half space. Malacia is off picture, looking after Saka, leaving Odegaard in Aguilar's space. Instead of dropping Garnacho back, handing a numerical advantage to Arsenal in their backline possession setup, Garnacho held his position, shadow marking balls into Odegaard. With Rice on the ball, Garnacho scans to make sure he is cutting this pass off into Odegaard. When the angle of the ball changes, Garnacho scans again to maintain shadow marking of Odegaard. When the ball goes into the right side centre-back, that's the trigger for Garnacho to press, which also triggers Malacia to step up onto Odegaard. Now, it's likely that Saka off screen is in acres of space, but they're not getting the ball into him from here. As the play progresses, the zonal handling of Odegaard kicks in as he drifts across the field, and the approach was well coordinated. Garnacho again is shadow marking that pass into Odegaard, and as Saliba takes the ball in field slightly, changing the angle of the ball, Garnacho is still scanning, making sure he is cutting off that pass into Odegaard. In this last example, Garnacho scans again, and although Arsenal get the ball into Odegaard, he's had to drop in front of Garnacho, which gives him the chance to get out. So this combination of shadow marking and zonal marking of Odegaard, depending on where he drifted, did a good job of keeping him out of the game. First game of the season, I highlighted that United's low defensive line was opening pockets and that it needed to be 6 to 7 yards further forward. Then the Ten Hag Remainers pile in, saying United haven't got the players to play with a high line. A lack of pace by all accounts. So let's look at that. Same players, different coach. Now, there are two aspects to this. The first is, whoever the spare man in the back three is, they step up the pitch onto any attackers dropping off the top line. Evans didn't do this well enough against Ipswich, Hutchinson had a field day, and Amorim criticised Evans for this after the game. Against Arsenal, look at where Maguire is. In this situation, as the spare man, he knows his job, he's committed and wins the ball. Mazraoui, in this example, is the spare man, steps up with Havertz and commits the foul to stop the play. The second aspect of the defensive setup is the collective defensive line playing much higher, and we can see how much more compact this makes the pitch. Under Ten Hag, this line would be 5 to 10 yards deeper, giving these players huge pockets to play in. Now, the reason people think you need pace to play with a high line is because if the opposition beat it, you need that recovery pace. It's a fair point, and I agree it's beneficial, but not essential. In this example, Partey plays a good ball that nearly gets Saka in. The problem here wasn't the high line, it was the lack of pressure on the ball, allowing that pass. In this example, we have the high line again, but this time we have pressure on the ball, which forces the ball wide, which Malacia intercepts. I'm not now saying Maguire should be part of the plan, but whether you got quick players or not, the key to playing at a high line is maintaining pressure on the ball. It's not rocket science. The Devils' verdict is, it was a boring game, but Amorim set the team up well and made it difficult for an informed Arsenal team. Although we didn't really look dangerous in possession, we controlled the ball well, particularly at the back. Mazraoui was immense, and it helped United alleviate pressure and stop Arsenal building momentum. All in all, it was a positive performance in my opinion, and gives us confidence going to the Etihad a week Sunday. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in